Time now for the morning rush. Some new details on the tragic shooting death of a toddler in Rio Rancho are coming out. According to the report, on December 8th, Courtney and Santa Fe officer Jonathan Harmon found their 2-year-old son unconscious and surrounded by blood in the kitchen. They told 911 dispatchers that they had thought that he had fallen off a chair. So far, no one has been charged in that case. A New Mexico couple is suing state police after the two were hit by gunfire while driving on I-25 back in 2020. Reports state that they were 2 of 19 shooting victims along that stretch over 3 months. The couple says state police knew there was a random shooter and should have done more to warn drivers. Erica.
And here's a look at the school day forecast. Low 40s this morning, meaning you'll need the warm layers, but you won't need them by the afternoon. Highs up to 71, mild and calm.
Well, the FBI is asking for your help to find another bank robber they are calling the Bandaged Bandit. The FBI says that the suspect held up the U.S. Bank on Isleta with a Band-Aid on his right cheek yesterday morning. If you know who he is, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers at 505-843-STOP. There is a $2,000 reward. Suspects arrested during the infamous raid on a Taos County compound are pushing to get their trials underway. One suspect, Sapana Wuhaj, is calling on the federal court to hold trial within a reasonable time. Part of this delay, though, has been waiting on competency evaluations on other defendants. We are waiting to learn if the DA's appeal to keep a double murder suspect off the streets will keep him in jail until trial. DA Raul Torres filed the appeal after Judge Stanley Whitaker said prosecutors proved that Adrian Avila is a danger, but did not prove that there are no conditions of release that would keep the community safe. The DA argues that Avila is the, quote, exactly the type of criminal, the defendant for whom the voters authorized pretrial detention. We're still waiting to see if a Gallup police sergeant has been placed on leave after being arrested for aggravated DWI. Gallup police say Neil Yazzie was seen riding a motorcycle swerving all over the road after he left the 49er lounge on Sunday. State police completed the stop and arrested him, but Yazzie refused a field sobriety test. A 5-year-old boy is recovering this morning after falling roughly 15 feet off a trail in the East Mountains. Bernalillo County Fire and Rescue says that the child was part of an education group in Otero Canyon on Wednesday when he fell. The latest update that we received is that the boy's condition was stable. That's when he was taken to the hospital. Erica.
And here's a look at the threat index. Very low today. We'll be seeing cool temperatures this morning. Some spots up north are in the teens and 20s, so bundle up. The University of New Mexico College of Fine Arts is asking for more than $40 million for a major update. The Art Center was built in the 50s. It's beginning to show a lot of wear and tear. They're now asking for voters to approve $45 million that will be part of a GEO bond package for higher education to build a new center. Rio Rancho will be having their runoff election for the District 3 City Council seat on Tuesday. 2 voting centers will be open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Early voting at those locations is open through April 9th. Now, all absentee ballots must be returned no later than 7 p.m. on Election Day. That is April the 12th. Golf tournament this weekend will be honoring the 7 members from the University of the Southwest golf team killed in a crash. The Swing for 9 benefit is set for tomorrow at the Rockwind Community Links in Hobbs. 100% of the proceeds will go to the families of those killed, as well as the 2 survivors of the crash. Erica. All right, here's a look at the morning drive. The maps are looking clear, no accidents or slowdowns, and tractors going west on I-40 around the Big I. Things are starting to pick up, but no weather issues for the morning commute.
New Mexico State Police are searching for a missing juvenile. Police say that Alicia Chavez is a 16-year-old Hispanic female, 5'4" and 100 pounds, with brown eyes and black hair. Officers say that she was last seen yesterday around 3 p.m. leaving Polvadera Road in Lemitar, New Mexico. Anyone with information of her whereabouts are asked to call New Mexico State Police in Socorro or dial 911. And MSU's Cooperative Extension Service will host a rancher's workshop later on this month. It's scheduled on April 26th from 8 until 5:30 at the Chavez County Fairgrounds. The event will focus on numerous topics such as beef quality assurance and marketing strategies. For more information, go to our website. That's KRQE.com.
Time now for the 5 facts.
We start with number 5 here. Tomorrow, you and your favorite furry friend can meet up with Peter Cottontail for a free photo, maybe some new Easter clothes. The event will start at noon, and PetSmart recommends getting your pet ready by grooming them, playing with them, and bringing a favorite toy with them. At number 4 this morning, a surge of wildfires are starting to pop up around New Mexico, and at least 2 of them started as prescribed burns. Midway Fire and Rescue in Chavez County say that the overflow fire was started on Wednesday as a prescribed burn, but quickly got out of control. It's now burned more than 100 acres. Meanwhile, crews in the Santa Fe National Forest are battling the Hermit's Peak fire. That prescribed burn north of Las Vegas also got out of control. That has burned around 150 acres.
And at number 3, it is going to be a warm weekend. Temperatures are in the low 70s today, but low 80s by tomorrow. It's going to be a nice weekend, just a little bit breezier for our Saturday and Sunday.
And number 2, the New Mexico State Police are listed on a lawsuit after a New Mexico couple says that they are responsible for the duo being shot while driving on I-25. Back in 2020, Pat and Jennifer Martinez, they were hit by gunfire between Santo Domingo and San Felipe Pueblo. Reports show that they were 2 of 19 shooting victims along that stretch over 3 months. Martinez's say that state police knew that there was a random shooter on the loose and should have done more to warn drivers.
Finally, number 1 for you this morning. New details in the tragic shooting death of a toddler in Rio Rancho are emerging after the Attorney General's office finally releases public records of the case. According to the report, on December 8th, Courtney and Santa Fe officer Jonathan Harmon found their 2-year-old son Lincoln in the kitchen unconscious and surrounded by blood. They called 911. Courtney told police she saw her husband's personal gun on the counter and put it away in a top shelf, but still did not think her son had been shot. Police did find a shell casing and projectile next to the child. The parents told police they just had a newborn and were sleeping while their 2 children were downstairs playing.